Now that our CA has been configured with the peer connection, we need to focus on what are the configuration we need to inform the array about. So in this case, we need to tell the array, hey, CA is going to connect to you, and then same authentication and authorization, and same thing for like few other additional configurations using config term. So once more, we are going to use the Kubernetes config map where this whole big JSON file will be mounted. What is going on over here? First thing, let's focus on peer systems configuration first, which is happening over here. Here we are saying to allow the incoming connection, and a few other configurations like timing constants we are also mentioning. About the authentication and authorization, that is what happening over here in the admin roles section. Firstly, we are mentioning that hey, set up a super administrator role similar to any EJBCA instance, but note that we are going to use certificate authentication. So please note that it is going to be some super admin common name, which is quite standard across EJBCA, but please feel free to create your own administrator name on this thing. And we are also going to take care of another thing, that is the CA's rules. The CA has this authentication key binding, which we have just created over here, which also has a certificate. So let's revisit that a little bit. So this peer key, so this certificate. So we also need to like tell it, to allow this client certificate based authentication to work. So that is what we are doing over here, and we are specifying some RA specific configuration and the permissions over here. Then finally, for everything else to work, we need to import the certificate authority. So for an example, given that we have management CA created over here, and issuer CA, we also need to import the same thing in the RA2. We do not need to import both, but we need to import the management CA at least, so that the certificate authentication for super admin access over the admin web or this peer connection can work. But we are going to do both. And finally, we want to enable a few protocols. So for an example, in this case, we are going to enable all the protocols like CMP, ACME, EST, and also most of the HTTP related protocols we also want to enable. But let's just enable few of this, HTTP engine management and these things. So let's jump onto in another video where we configured this config dump properly. So there are few minor details we need to take care. I have prepared the config dump already. So now it looks like this. So let's jump onto another video where we go through the details a little bit for this CA section. So importing the CA from the CA instance to the RA or the VA instance is a little bit complicated procedure. It has a few manual steps, or you might need to create your own shell script to do this. But I am going to show like how it is going to happen, like behind the scenes, like what are the steps you might need to take manually. So first thing, let's see how the config dump export from the CA instance looks like for this CS. So we are going to use a shell script once more. So this one, we're just going to refer to the super admin token. So let's do that. So okay, it has been exported. So let's get it cleaned up a little bit. Okay, so we are going to create a new file. So let's call it export.json to clean, and we need to clean it up a little bit because of some debugging from curl command. So remove this and make it a single line, save it and format it up. Okay, we are good to go. So the whole export looks like this. Now the thing is, this thing cannot be directly imported in RA, because RA needs to know the certificate chain for both this issuer CA and the management CA. That is why we kind of need to go to our CA instance and download this corresponding certificate files. So for an example, for root CA, we download it for the issuer CA and also for the management CA. Then after these things has been downloaded, we kind of need to take care of a few things to make them eligible to be used in our config dump. So let's format the management CA certificate first. Okay. 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 We pulled in the management CA certificate in here. So let's get rid of this and this end certificate, and we have to make everything in a single line. So we are going to replace it with thing. So when everything is a single line, we copy this over and we put it over here for this management CA. Similarly, we have to do this for root CA and for the issuer CA chain too. So after everything has been done, then just paste them, then we are good to go. This thing is of course a little bit error prone operation. We are working towards improving it.